Lethor is an agile, bare-fisted fighter. The crest on her hand grants her the power to manipulate aura and take down her enemies. In the heat of battle, she switches seamlessly from offense to defense. After defending against enemy attacks, she can channel her strength into a barrage of counterattacks. With her mastery of the martial arts, Lethor can chain her punches into a torrent of pain or kick with sledgehammer might.
What's up guys, welcome back. Alex here with another video from Vindictus starring the long-awaited martial arts character Lethor, which took Nexon only 10 years to release her, despite ongoing requests for a martial arts character for as long as I can remember this game. As you can see by the title, this video is all about the introduction of Lethor, her story and of course the prologue mission to let us have a glimpse of her initial skills. Now as usual, the character creation section is very basic, and as always, if you want to make a unique character out of her, you will need to spend money, or alternatively, wait for specific events. As for the background story, I'm not going to read it off like I did with Len, but instead retell it in my own words. And in case you guys don't enjoy listening to me, now is a good time to mute the video and pause it to read the story. The story begins with a bit of a history lesson about Lethor's people. It is said that the god of the other world granted the Auroran servants, which are her people, the power over life force, known as aura. It is said that this aura is not something that can be lost after death, but instead this power searches for another host when the previous one is dead, and the Aurorans were there to make sure that no harm would be done to living beings when the auras would search for new hosts. Anyways, centuries after, these very servants continued to perform their duties without going out of their way. But one day a guy named Darkhan came back from a mission and looks like he lost his mind. It seems like an unknown energy messed with his aura, granting him some crazy powers, but at a price. He killed all those who surrounded him at the square of the village, and by the end of this whole ordeal, only a couple of girls and a man left standing, and it appears that this man was the elder of the village. The elder noticed that Darkhan was slowly disintegrating into dust. Darkhan tried to say that he didn't mean to butcher all those people, but before he manages to finish his sentence, he turned into dust. Fast forward 7 years, we can see that these very girls that survived that day have grown and are at the midst of their training. Obviously one of the girls that survived is Lethor, and it seems like she's admiring the other girl, whom I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name, but I'll just call her Lee for short. Anyways, Lee says that Lethor can be as talented as she is when she starts going on missions for the clan. Lethor doesn't really find interest in that idea, but proposes that she will accept on going on missions if Lee would join her, to which Lee responded positively. Fasting forward once again, we see them actually going on missions together without taking any breaks. If you're asking to which missions they were going to, well, like it was said in the beginning, they are out there absorbing auras. Lethor and Lee were sent to a couple of missions. The first one is Hanok, a village that worships cats, but were forced to abandon their tradition due to the Pontiff's court intervention. And the second mission is Colin. At Hanok, an inquisitor would put people whom he deemed to be heretics to the sword, and the main concern the girls had is that if they would get caught, they would be seen as heretics themselves, which is why they acknowledge the fact that they need to remain out of official sight. A few days after their arrival, the Inquisitor caught an old man holding a cat, and decided that he should be executed, but just before it was performed, Lee stepped between the blade and the old man. Lethor at this moment is just a spectator and tries to understand what Lee is up to, until she figures out that it might have something to do with the question Lee asked her a few days ago. Would you prefer to save innocent life or to complete the mission? At that very moment, the Inquisitor started to attack Lee. And just when Lethor was about to come for the rescue, Lee unleashed the power of her clan and absorbed the auras of the Inquisitor and his men. Now that poses a problem, because these men were still alive while their aura was stripped away from them, and that triggered a change in Lee, and the only thing Lethor could do is to carry her back to the Elder. Upon arriving to the village, something snapped in Lee and she said, "Execute the heretics." It was actually the Inquisitor's aura that took over Lee. The Elder already gathered what would happen next, and so did Lethor after recalling the events that left her and Lee orphans. Lethor tried to save the Elder, but seeing his fatal wounds, she understood that he won't be surviving this event. His dying words were that caring for one another and helping others is more important than faith and devotion to the clan, and basically says that Lethor needs to live her life as a good person who helps others. Right after that, the Inquisitor's aura left Lee, and just like the man at the beginning of the story, Lee says that she never intended to do any of the things that just happened, and just like that, Lee perishes and turns into dust. Lethor cremated the bodies of the dead, and on her way out of the village she started blaming herself, saying that everything happened because of her inaction, and after blaming herself she made a promise that she won't allow anyone else to get hurt because of that inaction. Lethor arrived to Colan and met Eve, but before making any niceties, she got straight to the chase. She was looking for the mercenary outpost. And that is it for Lethor's story. It ends with her asking for Lee to watch over her as she will save the innocent.
Get it together, rookie. What's going on?
We got him cornered.
Blades, advance! Yes, sir! He's climbing the bell tower!
Load Moleste.
Captain, the tower collapsed on fire right now.
Doesn't matter. Prepare to fire!
Stop!
Stop! Hold!
On fire! Teve, it's dangerous. Move out of the way.
Teve, what are you doing?
Aiden, please give me some time. He's not usually this violent. I'll talk to him.
People's lives are in danger. That's no longer the town's guardian. It's just a monster. Move aside.
But
Let us handle this. Reload, Moleste.
Oracle, we don't have much time.
Marek, don't you trust me? I must go up there. He's frightened. He's terrified. I can hear his voice.
All right. But I go with you. Merrick, grab some men and follow.
Yes, sir. Follow the captain!
Wait! Don't move. A Fomorian emblem. What is this doing here?
Ambush! Over there! Vamos! Rookie, protect the Oracle.
Now I have to clear something out. Nexon realized a long time ago that the formula to keep this game alive is by releasing more characters than actual content, and that is the reason that all the classes are gender locked despite the many pleas to unlock them. You need to understand that every female character that is being released is usually more attractive than the previous one for a reason. Just like every male character usually has more flashy moves than the previous one. And that is for the very purpose of attracting new or existing players to start new characters and invest money on them. And there is no denying that Lethor is quite the looker and she has awesome moves at her disposal. Now, as of making this video, I have to say that I tried to play with her a bit, and my impressions so far are very positive. Sure, like any character, you need to get used to her, because she has her own unique style. She gets the new format treatment with her attacks, where she can use more than one smash after a certain sequence of normal attacks, and that of course comes with its own perks, meaning she can deal massive damage if you equip her well enough. From what I have experienced, she gets the good from both worlds. She has both the dodging ability and, as a true martial artist, a blocking ability, and that gives her a similarity to one of the oldest characters out there, Fiona. Now I think that Nexon really did a good job with this girl, and that's my first impression so far. Also, by the length of her backstory and the artwork, I'd say that a lot of thought was put into her. I think that one of the reasons that she got delayed so much is because it was hard to think of a weapon to equip her with, because martial artist or not, the game boils down to how well your character is being equipped, and how well you are using that equipment. At first I thought maybe she will have some kind of hand wrappings or something of the sort, but that crest equipment that is sitting like an ink on her hand is pretty ingenious, and that magical transparent smoking aura that is being radiated from it is pretty neat as well. Now, due to the fact that I'm enjoying her gameplay so far, I will most likely main this character, and at the moment I am working on new videos with her, but just to be clear, I'm not going to make it the same way I did with Lan, instead I'll include boss battles alone. Anyways, that is it from me with this video, hope you guys enjoyed it, stay tuned for the upcoming Lethor videos. I'm Alex, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
It's all right. Shh. You'll be fine. Why did you attack? Tell me. Why were you so scared? Who did what?